For travel blogger Denison Wee, vacations have become staycations. Since Singapore's Phase 2 reopening last year, he's had leisure stays at 14 different hotels.
Usually I do a one-night stay and sometimes two-night over the weekends if I have time. I spend roughly about $200 to $300 a night with the depressed prices now.
A day spent lazing around by the pool, drinking champagne at the lounge, and getting cozy in the hotel room sum up the local holiday experience for Denison.
To be honest, no matter how nice or how luxurious a staycation or hotel room can be, I do still miss traveling, and I am looking forward to travel at the next earliest possible opportunity.
Still, it's staycationers like Denison that have provided hotels a lifeline over the past months. In 2020, tourist arrivals fell more than 85% from the previous year to 2.7 million visitors, compared to a record high of nearly 20 million in 2019. Tourism receipts were also down nearly 80% to 4.4 billion Singapore dollars in the first 3 quarters of 2020.
Many of our hotels now, about 50%, are in the stay-home notice business, which is government business. During holidays and school periods, we have the staycation business, but other than that, there's not much else. We are hoping that by September, Singapore will be fully vaccinated, and we do hope that things will change then.
In the past year, many hotels have explored various ways to cover the revenue shortfall.
Hotels have also made use of the expensive premises that they have to come out with vacations. So in F&B, the hotels have actually right on digitalization to actually offer solutions like online purchases. The hotels also do delivery services, grab and go counters, home chef services as well. And what is really a new innovative idea is grocery services.
No pay leave, salary cuts, freeze hiring, and shorter work weeks have also been implemented to keep hotels afloat.
Fortunately, there were no excessive layoffs in that sense. If not for the support, I think in terms of JSS, in terms of the training grants and so forth, there would be more such happening.
Where the hotel industry currently resides is in this very precarious period whereby we are in a holding pattern waiting for our borders to open, because until it does, there's really very little that we can do.
One thing hotels can do in this interim period is to ramp up staff training.
We have been able to upskill them in many ways and also adopted a lot of digital measures as well, technology solutions, and all this have helped to increase productivity. So I do see that we do have lots of scope and we are ready for the upturn.
While staycations offer a lifeline, they can never compensate for the lack of international travellers, which make up 90% of the Singapore hotel business.
Singapore has about 70,000 rooms, and the size of the staycation market would in general meet about 5 to 10% of that inventory. So even if staycation do much better and we increase that, say, to 15%, it's still not going to be able to be a sustainable solution for industry. You need a third of your inventory filled, and you need to have an average rate of at least $100. So that's the benchmark, and we don't have the size of a domestic market to ever reach that level.
Far East Hospitality says the downturn presents an opportunity to reimagine the future of tourism. This year, it's launched 2 hotels in the first quarter, with several more in the pipeline.
There's only 2 options for businesses. Either you conserve resources and wait for a better day to come back into the market, or if you want to stay in the market, then you have to be investing.
As Singapore works towards reopening its borders through travel bubbles, faster COVID testing at airports, and creating policies towards accepting vaccinated travellers, hotels will have to rely on domestic tourism until then.
The holiday experience is a very special experience, and many people save up to go on a special holiday for the kids, for the spouse, for whatever. But Singaporeans are not spending because they feel that this is home. You know, a meal in a fancy French restaurant in Paris is fine, but if I have to eat in Singapore, I might as well spend something less expensive on something that I'm familiar with.
For now, government support and the easing of rules on social gathering will be crucial for hotels.
We still have a lot of restrictions on meetings, events, birthday celebrations, so we hope that that is relaxed so that we can at least get more domestic business.
Meanwhile, hotels will need to up their hygiene protocols to address safety concerns among guests. Industry stakeholders expect essential travel to come back first. Mass tourism is likely to take more time to return.
It's not going to be a numbers game as it used to be. It's going to be a lot of emphasis on the quality, on tourism spend, on even curating your kind of experiences.
The profile of the type of tourists we attract will have to be very different. It will have to be fewer people, but they are spending more money. We have to get into a me-only proposition. It will then have to be, what does Singapore offer, which is unique and I can only get in Singapore, and it is not quite available elsewhere.